All right, on this episode of Bowks Talking Bouts, excited to be speaking with an individual who's got a fight going down at UAE Warriors 22. It's happening on September the 4th, a flyweight fight with Elin Oberg and Corinne Laframboise testing skills and welcoming Corinne onto the show for the very first time. How's the training going ahead of this upcoming fight here?
Really good. I'm waiting for that fight since a long time, so I'm more than ready to go back in Abu Dhabi for sure. The how can I say, the timing or the opportunity to train are better than it was last year with the COVID, and it's a little bit less strict, so we have more opportunity to do boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu. So I feel like I did all my homework and I'm ready for this fight.
Yeah, and it seems like you've developed a level of comfortability in the promotion so far, fighting a few times prior there. So is that a fair characterization, just getting like familiarized with the promotion and everything like that? You know, it's a cool confluence with like training opening up and just getting you to do that, but then also having the bit of grounding in the promotion so far. So can you kind of talk about that there, just like feeling like you're like get more comfortable into the space just with the, you know, subsequent UAE Warriors fights?
So I have a little bit of difficulty with my translate. You asked me if how is it to go back for a fourth time over there? Like, how does it feel to go back with UAE?
Yeah.
Yes, wow, I feel to go back with UAE. It's an amazing organization, and it's going to be like the fourth fight that I'm going to do over there. So the third, the Swedish one. And I can't wait to be back in Abu Dhabi. This organization is amazing. They start to continue to do show during the pandemic. So even if everywhere, even if it's closed, or we don't have any opportunity, not a lot in Canada, or it's more complicated to go to travel, but they didn't stop to continue to do amazing show. And I'm really spoiled to be back here. And the choice of the opponent is always representative of the quality of the organization. So I feel I'm really happy to be to sign a contract with them and go back in Abu Dhabi with UAE Warriors.
Yeah, and it seems like a cool martial arts culture over there. Like I was seeing in a press release there that JiuJitsu Arena is the title of where the event's going to be held. I imagine that's exciting for you because you seem very into submission grappling.
Yeah, the Sheikh of Abu Dhabi is really fanatic of martial arts. So they start, the first time that I went in Abu Dhabi was for actually the World Championship in the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So he promotes the martial arts really well. So the venue, the MMA UAE Warriors is relatively new in the country, if we can say, but BJJ was there first, and they start to put the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the army, so people in the army can follow that program of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. There's a lot of BJJ at school too, and they are really fan of BJJ. And now there's a Muay Thai channel that they start to promote the Muay Thai too, and to be a platform, I don't know what to translate in English, but they start to be a main place for martial arts. So we have Yas Island in Abu Dhabi, and we have UAE Warriors, which is a kind of nice school to go in the UFC. So they really want to be the center of mixed martial art, and I think with all the resources that they have and the money too, that it can be something really possible. So
yeah, it's a beautiful, you know, landscape to see in that regard and everything like that. But just, you know, talking about your upcoming opponent here, Oberg, I'm noticing that they are coming off of a split decision win. You know, same opponent that you would face there, Malin Hermansen. You got the victory via submission. She also had her own victory under the Brave banner there, getting ready to fight with UAE Warriors for the first time. I'm kind of curious, like, what your level of familiarity with your opponent is in terms of, like, if you've done a certain level of tape study to pick up on, I guess, some of, like, what their big tools are they're going to be bringing to the table here.
I watched the last fight against her and Malin Hermansen, and it was a war more like Malin is more from boxing, and Elin Oberg is more like Muay Thai. She kicks, she sent a lot of kicks and combination elbow knees. So I expect her to want to play on her foot, and she doesn't want to go on the ground. Or what I hope she got a better skill than what I saw for the ground, because I think it's going to be, I feel comfortable on the ground. I feel comfortable at wrestling. My level of striking, it's much better than it was. I evolve every time, every fight. So I feel like it's going to be if you want to play stand-up, we're going to play stand-up. But my main, I have a dada, or my favorite part is to go on the ground. So that's going to be my goal. And let's see. But if she wants to play a stand-up game, I will be ready. That's what they do the last time against Malin Hermansen. Malin bring her on the ground to and catch her back a couple of times, and like kind of dominate on the wrestling part. So it was an interesting fight, and but I think I can show with all humility. I think I can show a better side of myself, let's say, for this fight. It's going to be an interesting fight.
Yeah, it's intriguing because there's a lot of layers to it, because obviously you've collected a variety of gold medals at, Pan American Championships, World Championships. So there's probably, that perception of your opponent that it might go to the ground, but that could also, provide a landscape for you to get the striking going in a certain fluid sense, just like maybe they're preparing for you to initiate a grappling exchange. Like, do you see maybe certain sequences in that fight panning out, like maybe using the perception that she has that you might go to the well with your grappling, and maybe it provides an opportunity to, I guess, fluidly showcase the growth in your stand-up skills?
I feel confident to play with my boxing parts too, so it will be interesting. I will try the exchange, and I think I will perform well too with the stand-up part. So I don't want to just put in my head that, when she's going to send a leg, I'm going to catch her and bring her on the ground. And so I will try to do the exchange of punch and kick and elbow and knees. So I feel complete on stand-up part, on the wrestling part, and on the jiu-jitsu for sure. It's my favorite one. But no, the last time when I fought Malin Hermansen, Malin was supposed to be but she is known as a boxer, and in the comments and how I perform against her, it was like really close. So I felt my boxing skills was good too. So